Yes, masculinity is going to drive away some women, certain kinds of women, because I've said it a million times that women are attracted to masculinity. And yeah, they are. But that's some of them. On the flip side, you also have some that are not, or some that are so in their masculine that it conflicts because they're trying to be the head of the household and they're trying to be in charge and lead stuff, which naturally is not a feminine thing. Now, some people might say that roles don't matter and it's just a construct, a social construct. And to be honest, that is further from the truth, because we've seen how stuff ends up when women try to be in charge. Because first of all, the woman herself is not going to be attracted to the man. She herself is gonna be like, damn, I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm doing all the stuff that the man is supposed to be doing, and this is kind of a turnoff. So is it a social construct? I would say no. Are there some instances where the dynamics are flipped and it works for them? Yeah, I would say that. But for the most part, for a feminine woman, yeah, she's not going to want a guy that acts feminine. But there are some women that are going to be driven away by men that are masculine. And I'm going to get into it. This is Tarik Talks. Let's have this discussion. Guys, not all women out there are gonna be like, oh, I'm so pleased to be with a masculine man, and this man is really head of the house and he's really taking control. Not all of them are gonna be like that. Matter of fact, some of them are going to buck against you, and they're gonna tell you stuff like you're controlling. Now, is there some cases where guys are controlling? Of course there is. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not unwarranting that. I'm not invalidating that. Of course there is. But a lot of times it's these type of chicks that I'm talking about. The ones that, you know, when a man tells them that he's not comfortable with something she's doing, it could be something, he could say it in the most respectful kind of way. Like, for example, something that's common sense. Like a chick in a relationship going out every single weekend. I mean, this should be common sense. Like, if you're in a relationship and you going out every single weekend, I got a news flash, you're probably not in a relationship. I'm sorry to say that. It is what it is, because why are you going out at all hours of the night every single weekend? Just my personal opinion. Don't get mad at me. If you disagree, you could log off, or you could, stop watching this video. Rather, hell, just log off the damn internet if you want, if you really feel that strongly. Nah, but if there's something simple, like, why are you going out every single weekend dressed like you're single, dressed like a hoochie, and for my younger kids, dress like a bop, like a thotty. And like, seriously, if you're in a relationship, why is that going on every single weekend? Because obviously, who goes to the clubs and bars and stuff every single weekend? People that are trying to get attention from the opposite or the same gender, whatever their taste is. And on top of that, like the certain type of friends, that they're all single and they're all looking for some quick action, like, and you tell her, hey, no, I'm not cool with that, and she's like, you're controlling. Yeah, you're gonna drive away those kind of women, because your masculine is going to be the type that is the disciplinary. See, the thing about masculinity is it's very gentle. It's very gentle. It's not beating on your chest like an uncivilized gorilla. That's not what masculinity is. It's not getting on the top of a skyscraper, banging your chest and knocking the planes down and stuff. That's further from it, because a huge part of masculinity is that protection of the kids and protection of the family in general. So you have to be, that entails a level of gentleness. But at the same time, there's a level of sternness as well, where sometimes you gotta be like, nah, that's not gonna fly in a household. That's not gonna fly. And there are going to be chicks that buck back. There's gonna be quite a few. They're gonna be like, oh no, you're controlling and stuff. Even if it's something that's simple. And you're gonna drive away these type of women because they don't want them type of chicks. They don't want a partner. They want a doormat. They want a doormat. And this is I'm honestly speaking, this is something that is very prevalent in today's society. And the type of chicks, it's a dynamic. The type of men that they attract are usually weaker types of men. Those type of women are the type that attract men that are just don't have any kind of backbone, aren't gonna check her on nothing, are just gonna agree with every single thing she does. You know, oh, you want to go out, stay until 3 in the morning every weekend? Okay, baby, go ahead. You do that. All right. You want to have male friends? Okay, baby, you go ahead and do that. I'm not insecure. It's not about being insecure. It's not about having boundaries. Because I bet if you were going out and staying until 3 in the morning and you had female friends, oh, she would have something to say right then and there. She would tell you off rip, oh, yo, why are you going out with your female friends and staying out till 3 in the morning? Which she has every right to, you know? But that's the type of men that she's going to attract. And this goes deep. This kind of goes deep because these type of, a lot of these type of women didn't have a father or a strong father figure in the household, and they only had to see their mama, and their mama more than likely was doing everything masculine. She had jobs. She's the one that had the job. She was the one that had the head of the household. She was bringing guys in and out, and the guys were getting kicked out. Because of course, with her being, with the girl's mama being somewhat masculine, she's going to attract the same type of guys that I was talking about. Right? So that's a learned behavior. So now when she grows up, she's going to be looking for those same type of traits in a guy. And with you being masculine, you're really going to weed them out super quick. You're really going to weed them out super quick. It's not going to take long at all, because the slightest bit of resistance from you, let's say she comes to the date or whatever, you know, I'll give you guys an example. Early on, when you guys are in the quote unquote talking stage, she comes late. And you're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You kind of late. You late a little bit. Because you best to believe that a woman is going to comment on you being late. A lot of guys be feeling bad and stuff. Oh, but what if I offend her? Trust me, she wouldn't be afraid to tell you that. She would not be afraid to let you know that you being late is bothered her a little bit, right? But, you know, if, for example, you tell her, hey, look, you kind of late, she's going to start getting an attitude right then and there. She's like, oh, what you mean I'm late? And all that, and, oh, I didn't know this was this and that, and just something simple as that. You know, you're not even going to get an apology. And before you guys say that women don't apologize, yes, they do. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Because it's been some cases where I was like, hey, look, you late. You know, I didn't say disrespectfully at all. And that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. You don't even have to be, you're going to weed them out real quick, because you're just going to say something simple. You're going to say something that's really not disrespectful at all. And they're going to start bucking at you. Right? I was like, hey, look, you showed up a little late. And they're like, oh, okay, my bad. You know, they were like, okay, I was. But some, they started catching an attitude. And there's really, to be honest with you, nothing to catch an attitude about, because when you're playing with someone else's time, that is kind of disrespectful. But that's just a small example. there's a whole bunch of other examples I can give, but you're gonna know right then and there that, you know, it's not gonna work out if you're a masculine guy, because they don't want a man. They want a guy that they can push around and make him do their bidding, because they see the guy, you know, enforcing some boundaries, and the guy trying to, you know, put some boundaries and kind of let her know that, hey, look, this is something I'm not cool with. They don't want that. That's causing friction between them, because they're the ones that are trying to be in charge. So, fellas, if you step into a situation and a chick is being disrespectful to you off rip and you keep going with it, just know that it's your fault. Just know it's your fault that you're 2 years down the road and this chick is treating you like absolute trash. Because trust me, a lot of these channels talk about women can hide who they are and stuff like that, which is true, they can, but it's going to come out at some point, and you're going to see it in some point. And whether you take that opportunity to nip it in the bud or you keep going with it, you know, that's on you. You know, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.